Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. In today's tutorial I am going to show you how to make the collection index in the RNG series. And today I am also a bit sick, so my voice is going to be a bit messed up, but no worries. So I'm not going to waste your time. Please consider subscribing and liking the video and join the Discord. So first of all, we are going to make the menu. So what I am going to do is disabling all of these so I can see. I'm going to create a screen UI. I'm going to rename it to collection index. I'm going to add a frame, which I'm going to set the anchor point to 0.5.5 and also the position. Then I'm going to scale it with the unit conversion. This plugin is down in the description. I'm going to put it here somewhere. Something like this maybe. I'm going to add a UI corner to it. So this is the list where every aura will display. Something like that. I will make this 0.6 maybe. We'll add a darkish color. Something like this. I'm going to rename this to aura container. I'm going to duplicate this by pressing Ctrl D. I'm going to paste this up here in the middle, like this. Up here, we could do it like this as well, make it a bit smaller. You can customize this however you want, something like that. I'm going to rename this to line or something. Then I'm going to get a text label, call this aura name. I'm going to put it up here. I am going to center it. I'm going to scale it. Put it here. There we go. I'm just going to say common for now. There we go. I'm going to set this to Frederica 1 currently. There we go. I do want to make this line slightly bigger. Something like that. I'm going to duplicate this, call this aura rarity. I'm going to paste it down here and make it even smaller and say 1 in 50 for example. So something like this. Like I said, you can customize this however you want. So now we're going to make the template. I'm also going to add a UI stroke, I do think, like that. I am going to add a scrolling frame inside of here. Just like this. Let me see, I have a replicate on my test server here. Give me a sec. Okay, so we can do it like this. Don't forget to center it. What the fuck is going on? There we go. So there shall not be any problem if you customize this however you want. Just make sure to name things correctly and define them correctly inside the script, and everything shall be good. Something like this. I'm also going to copy the aura name. I'm going to paste it inside of the aura container. I am going to scale it up, and I'm going to say collection index. Something like this. Great. Now we can add a UI grid layout. I am going to add a text button, and we are going to change some things in here. So we're going to center, we are going to duplicate, great. We are going to set the cell size to 0.02, okay, sorry, 0.02, 0.01, then we're just going to scale it up. So I'm going to scale this to maybe around 7 and 85 maybe. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have it like this. I'm going to put a UI corner 0.15, looks kind of good, I guess. Like I told you, customize this however you want. Rename this to template, remove text, add another text, or we can just copy the our name and paste it inside of the template. I am going to make the template a more grayish color, something like this. I am going to scale up this. There we go. We can have this as our name here. This we're going to rename to title. Great. So we do have our template. We can make the transparency to 0.5 maybe. And I'm going to make it more darker. There we go. I'm also going to add a UI stroke. Set the border. Okay, and as you can see, it overlaps, so we need to add a UI padding. On the top, 0.01, great. Perfect. So now it will look like this. We need to change the cell padding to scale. 0. We can have 0 on the X, and we can have 0.01 on Y. There we go. Looks great. So remove the template, or keep one. Add a script inside of the collection index. Rename the script to collection handler. Drag the template inside of the collection handler. Now we're going to reference everything. So local UI equals script of parent, because this is the UI. Then we want to get our container, which is the UI dot local container equals script dot our container. UI dot our container, and we can just get the scrolling frame directly. So our container dot scrolling frame. We are also going to get the local aura name, which is equal to UI dot aura name, and the local aura rarity, which is the UI dot aura rarity. So now we have referenced these. Now we're going to create a function where we will refresh. So local function refresh. In this function, we are going to okay, we already got it here. So for I, v in or for I, item in pairs, the container get children do if v is a, or if item is a text button, then text button, okay, item destroy, sorry, there we go. Then we are going to loop through for I, v in pairs. We're going to loop through the chance list, which is require and it is inside of the replicate storage. We can get the replicated storage up here. Git service replicate storage. Replicate storage of modules dot channels list. We're going to look through the channels list and we're going to create a new template for every chance. So local clone template equals template. We haven't defined the template, so define it. Local template equals script.template. Template clone. New template. Clone template dot name equals v and index it with number 1, because in our channels list our name is the first value. Then we're going to sorry. Then we're going to set the parent. So clone template of parent equals the container. New template. Clone template dot arrow name dot text equals v1. And clone template dot arrow name dot text color 3 equals v. Let me see. Our color is our 5th value, so v5. Clone template dot font face. Clone template dot arrow name dot font face equals v6, because our font is our 6th value. Great. We're also going to make sure that those arrows that we doesn't have or own shall be locked. So draw this inside of scrolling frame. Inside of the template, add a frame, call this lock. Center it. There we go. Then make this size 1, 0, 1, 0. Set the position to 0.5, 0.5. Make this is slightly darker, something like this. Duplicate the UI corner, put it inside of the locked. Drag the arrow name inside of locked, rename this to locked, and then say locked here. Great. Perfect. So that is it. Make the locked not visible, because now we are going to loop through the player's inventory. So we're going to get the player. So first of all, we're going to get the player service. Then we're going to get the player, which is players.local player. For I, comma I'm getting it wrong. For I, comma chance in the pairs player.inventory .on chances get children. Do if chance of name equals new template or clone template of name, then if chance of value equals to false, then new clone template dot locked clone template dot locked. Why is it throwing an error? So visible equals true. Okay, great. Because we haven't. Okay, there we go. So clone template dot locked dot visible equals true. Else new template or clone template, dot locked dot visible equals false. Go down by 3 ends. We're going to look through for whenever the clone template dot mouse button click connect, we're going to connect it to a function. we are going to make a new value, which we're going to be calling clicked. Do not set the variable to anything. Then we're going to say clicked equals clone template of name. Then what we're going to do, we can call this function. So we can hide this collection index. So we could make another function, local toggle visibility, local function toggle visibility. We're going to make a bool value, which will be called bool. We're going to say UI.aura-container.visible equals bool, UI.aura-name.visible equals to bool, and UI.aura-rarity.visible equals to bool, and also UI.aura-rarity.visible equals to bool. There we go. So what we're going to do is that we're going to call this function toggle visibility, and we're going to set it to false when the script is started. We do not need to do that, sorry. Okay, so toggle all of these to visibility shall be checked to false. Sorry for my English. Then we're going to create a button, a text button, position it, scale it. Here we go. If I go ahead and scale it to maybe 45 and 45, I remove this, set the UI corner. You can customize this button however you want. I'm going to now make those visible so I can see where I can place the button. So I'm going to rename this to collection button. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to make it gray, set the transparency to 0.5 maybe. I'm going to add a UI stroke, which will be white, just like the inventory button. There we go. Now I will add an icon. You can do this by going onto Google and search for vector icon, or just going inside of here. I'm just going to choose a random button inside or icon inside of here just to show you. This is a plugin I have. It costs Robux. So like I said, you can just search on Google and probably find a good icon for yourself. So since this already is an image button, I'm going to convert it to an image label. I'm going to scale it, position it. Paste it inside of the button. I'm going to set what is my okay. Set the position to 0.5.5. Set the size to 0.5.5. Going to higher the size a bit. 0.7, 0.7. Just like that. Okay, great. So I'm going to reference the button inside of my script. Local button equals UI.collection button. Whenever the collection button or the button of mouse button click connect function, so whenever the button is clicked, we're going to first of all toggle visibility, and this will be, let me see, we're going to make another variable, call this visible, which will be equal to false. not visible. So what this is going to do is whenever we press the button, we're going to check for this variable. If this variable is false, then we're going to set these visible to true, because we're saying not visible. So we're reversing it. Then after this, we're going to check if visible equals true. Then we're going to call the refresh function. And I also want to print or clicked. So if we go ahead and test now, this shall work, hopefully. So if I press here, our collection index appears. Although, what is this box up here? What is that? Okay, it's not in my collection index. It's not inside of there, not inside of there. Inside the shop, okay. Okay. So it did appear. That's great. Did we get any errors? Roles is not a valid member of leader stats. Excuse me. So I do think I got some virus or something, because why did I not have my roles? Okay, there we go. Great. So if I go ahead and open up this now, it doesn't appear, because why is it not appearing? We're going to check that out. Go inside of the script. Where am I? Collection index, collection handler. For our command being pairs chance list, do local new template. We're setting the template to this container, which is the scrolling frame. Okay, so if we go ahead and test, and we open this up, or we even calling the function with r if visible equals true, then. Okay, so we can do it like this. Print. Oh, of course, it's because I'm not setting visible to visible equals not visible. There we go. I'm so sorry. So if we go ahead and start now, we open up, we do get all of these, although we need to set inside of the template, we need to set the where is it, template, the locked C index to 2. There we go. And we are also going to make sure that all the other UIs are not visible. So local player UI, local player UI equals game get service player UI. Oh, I'm so sorry, starter UI. Starter UI, there we go. And I'm going to loop through for I comma v in pairs starter UI get children do. If v is a screen UI and v dot name is not equal to collection index, then v dot enabled equals to false. So we are looping through everything inside of the starter UI, and if we find anything that is a screen UI and is not named collection index, then we're going to make the enable to false. And here we are checking if visible equals true. We also need to make sure that we are that we can close it. So else we are going to say else we are going to loop through for equally in pairs. Start UI get children do. If V is a screen UI, then we're going to set the enable to true again. Great. So if we go ahead and start now, this shall work. So if I press on this, it opens, although we do not have, okay. So enabled is, oh, it's because of, okay. Never mind. So our collection index shows up. Although, okay, so I'm so sorry for that stroke I just got there. I do think I know the problem. It's because we're getting start UI, not the player UI like I did in the beginning. So local player UI, we need to move it down here. Local player UI equals player.player UI. We're going to loop through the player UI, and this button we need to move it down because, or we can just make the button not visible. So button not visible equals false. But then we need to add a, okay. So button not visible equals to false. And button not visible equals to true. Then we're going to open the collection index. We're going to add another button. Duplicate the collection button. Remove my icon. Drag this up here. Just like this. The text shall be back or exit or something. I'm going to rename it to exit. Going to make the button text to white. There we go. We got the exit button. Perfect. Rename this to exit button. Now we're going to get the exit button. Local exit button. UI.exit button. There we go. So we're going to get the exit button and we're going to connect it to a function which will be visible equals to false and toggle visibility shall be false. There we go. So if I go ahead and start now, we have it open. Okay, so the button needs to be we need to include the button inside of here. UI.exit button of visible equals to bool. I'm going to make all of these invisible. There we go. And I'm going to have the collection button. There we go. So if I press on here now, great. Now we got everything up. And if I press exit, it closes. We also need to, of course, get this. And there we go. Great. And add it here. Great. And add one more end because we forgot one. And if we go ahead and start now, everything shall work. Video is a complete mess. I'm so sorry. So if I press here now, great, it opens, it closes, and all the menu come back. Perfect. Now we're going to script so it actually shows an aura on an NPC. So first of all, inside of the main script, we have the equip aura and unequip aura function. We need to convert it to a module so we can use it on both the client and the server. So inside of modules, we have something called main module. Inside of here, we're going to make a function which will be called unequip aura, where we are going to pass through the player and the character. We're going to go inside of the main script. We're going to get the whole function. So copy the function and leave this. We can remove this and paste it in here. Great. We're going to add another function which will be called equip aura. Player, character, aura, event, and clicked. So we're going to pass through this. Click enter, go inside of the main script, get the function like we did on the other function, remove this, paste it in here. Now you can see how we have auras here. So rename this aura to auras. Weld parts, we need to get the function inside of here. So just copy or Control X the whole function and paste it on top in the script. Great. Now, if we go inside of our main script, we need to fix some things, because you can see how we have red arrows here and later or down below. So we're going to first of all get our module. So local, where we already have the module. So here we're going to say, instead of unequip, we're going to say main module dot unequip aura. That easy. Here we're going to say equip aura or main module dot equip aura and just pass through the player. Here we're going to say main module dot equip aura player character. Sorry, my throat is hurting. We're going to pass through player character, we're going to pass through auras, and we're also going to pass through player as an event, because we need to check if it is a player that wants to equip the aura or if it is an NPC. So down here we're also going to call main module dot unequip aura, just like that. And now we have changed all of these in the script. Now we can go back inside of the collection handler and we can get the camera. So local camera equals workspace.camera, and when we are pressing the button, we want to say repeat wait. Press enter, we will get a until, and like you can see here, we're going to say camera type equals enum camera type scriptable, and we're going to wait until it is scriptable. So just copy this, paste it down here. When this is done, add another equal to here. When this is done, we're going to set the camera.cframe to a part. So my recommendation is to make like a box or something. I'm going to make a very fast box here, just to replicate what I mean. Make a box or make an area where you want the collection index to show, or where you want the NPC to stand. I'm just going to have it here. I'm going to set the anchored to true. So this I'm just going to call collection floor. I'm going to duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D. So, or remove it, create a part. I'm going to move the part up a bit. I'm going to make the transparency of this part to 1, can collide to off, and anchor to true. I'm going to call this the collection part. Then I'm going to group these together. I'm going to call this collection And inside of here, so sorry, inside of here, I'm going to add a character. So I have Moon Animator. Go to Character Inserter. Go to Presets and take a R6 character. I'm going to paste him in the middle of the collection floor. So get the position of the collection floor, get the R6, set the position to the same. Then I'm going to drag him back and drag him up a bit. Great. Now he's over the floor. Here we go. And the part is right here, so we need to center the part as well. So get the collection floor, set it to collection part, drag the part up a bit, and drag it back a bit. Great. This R6 character, I'm going to drag it inside of the collection. Perfect. Now everything is done. So go inside of the collection handler, and inside of here, we are going to say camera.cframe equals workspace.collection.collectionParts.cframe. I'm so sorry. And I'm also going to make sure that the player shall not be able to move. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make a remote event, which I will call toggle collection, and I'm going to say replicate storage dot remotes dot toggle collection dot fire server. We're going to pass through the player, and we're going to pass through on. And when we click the exit button, we're going to pass through off. Great. So if I go ahead and this won't work because we need to say where are we listening for when we are pressing here. So we can just test this out. If we press on Aura, first of all we need to roll one. So if I press roll, I got rare. If I press here, we get TP'd. The camera is pretty fucked, but we will fix that. If I press on rare, it does print rare. Great. So I am going to make sure that this part is, you can customize this part however you want as well. I'm going to just make it something like this. Hopefully that is better. Make sure this is anchored, that's why. Great. So inside of here, we're going to say Aura model, or we haven't got the main module, sorry. Require replicate storage modules main module, and not Aura module, but main module dot unequip Aura player, comma workspace dot collection dot R6. Then we're going to pass through main module dot equip Aura player, comma workspace dot collection dot R6, comma replicate storage dot auras, comma collection index, comma clicked. There we go. So here we're also going to call main module dot unequip Aura player, comma workspace dot collection dot R6. I'm so sorry. Great. And we also need to reset the camera. So camera title equals camera title custom, and camera subject equals player.character.humanoid. Perfect. So now we just need to script this on in the main script, and also in this module, I'm pretty sure, because we need to check if I'm so sorry. So inside of here, go down, see, we are going to go here, press enter, say, okay, yeah, we need to add it. So if event equals to player, then we're going to drag this inside. There we go. And I'm going to go here, say else, or else if event equals to collection index, then we're going to basically just copy this, paste it here, but instead of if v.name equals player.inventory.encrypt, we're going to say if v.name equals to clicked. Then we're going to do the same thing. Then go inside of the main script, and inside of here we are listening for remote events. We're going to listen for toggle collection.onServer event connect function, the player, and also the event, right? Event. If event equals on, then if player.character, then player.character.humanoid.walk speed equals 0. If event equals to off, then if player.character, then player.character.humanoid.walk speed equals to 16. Perfect. So I do think that is that is everything. So if I go ahead and play, and I open up the collection index, our camera is very scuffed, and it may be because the part is rotating the wrong way. So if we go inside of collection, go to collection part, right click, go to show orientation indicator, we can see where the front is, and the front is not where it shall be. So like that, I guess. Just like that, great. So if we go ahead and play now, it shall work. So if I open up, okay. So you got to play around with this part. Sometimes you can get pretty angry on it, just like I am getting here. But I'm going to try and replicate how it will look for you. Will this be better? I can collide off. Collection part. If I go and play now, so you got to move around with the position and find where it is. Great. So you can make it a bit closer, but if I press on rare, nothing will happen because I do not have a rare aura, right? No, I don't. So I'm going to move the part closer first of all, just like this. Then I am going to play, and I'm going to give myself, by going onto a server, go inside of my inventory, select everything by pressing on this, shift and press on this, and set the value to true. If I open up the collection, we have all the auras here. If I press on divine, I do not have a divine aura, sorry. If I press on epic, nothing happened because we do not have aura folder inside of our R6. So inside of the R6, we're going to add a folder, which we will call an aura folder. And if we try now, there we go. If I press on epic, my aura does appear. If I press on common, my aura does appear. Great. And if I go ahead and equip it myself, I do have it. If I go ahead and remove rar, and I open up the collection index, and I press here, it does work. Although we do have rar here. Okay, so we got an error here. So player.inventory.equip chance equal to none. We got the error. Okay, so I will be right back when I find the solution on this problem. So I did find the solution. Of course, it's because we are only trying to we're trying to remove the aura, but we're not passing through either player or the item. So I'm going to go inside of the main module. We need the player and the aura. So player, player and also the item, I guess. Yeah, so let's try. If I go ahead and play now, and I remove, great, and I remove this, doesn't get removed because, okay, this is going to be interesting. So if we go ahead and remove the V instead, or if we, sorry, okay, there we go. If I pass through V instead, then. So if I play now, I open up my so sorry guys. It doesn't. Why is it not working? Okay, I'm going to no. Okay, so I just found the issue. Sorry for it. So go inside of the inventory, scroll down. Here pass through the item name and the v.name instead of just the v and just the item. Then go inside of the main script. Sorry, the main module. And inside of here, instead of chance.name, say just chance. So if chance equals to aura, then. So if we go ahead and play now, and I go ahead and open up the collection index, and I choose, for example, epic. Great. If I go ahead and remove epic from my inventory, great. And I open it up, it is locked. I can still click on it. So in order to fix that, we're going to go inside of the collection handler. Here, say non-template.interactable equal to false, and down here say it is equals to true. Great. So now the collection index is done. Now we need to fix the admin commands, which I did not make admin commands last time. So inside of here, we're going to make a table, local admins, which is equal to a table. Inside of here, you can either add names or user ID. I would suggest using user ID because it's more secure. So go to Roblox, go to profile, go to your profile, copy the user ID up here. Go down here, paste it here. If you want to add one more, just add a comma and add more. Great. Then inside of here, check if player dot user ID or if table dot find admins comma if table dot find admins comma player dot user ID. Then we're going to fire the command. So that should work. So if I go ahead and type /give our my name and common, it won't work. Give me a second, probably because I did this wrong. So just we can just loop through this instead. So for in pairs admins do if v equals player.user ID, then we're going to execute the admin command, and the admin command is give aura. So if I say slash or hash give aura, that was the problem, and I say common, it will work. But if I go ahead and remove, some numbers in the user ID, I shall not be able to do it. Like you can see, it doesn't work because I'm not the admin. So now the admin commands works perfectly fine. The collection index will work. I almost forgot, of course we need to add the title and the rarity displays. So inside of the collection handler, where we are looping through the chance list, we are going to set the let me see. Okay, so if we move this, cut it, move it here, and here we're going to say our name dot text equals clicked, and or we can say our name dot text equals clicked, and our rarity dot wait, let me see. Okay, so if clone template dot name equals v1, then clicked, sorry, our name dot text equals v1, and our rarity dot text equals 1 in dot dot v2 dot dot chance, just like this. And if we go ahead and start now, this shall work, hopefully. So if I open up a person legendary, it shows person divine, it shows, although I do see we got no color on the text and no font. So go inside of here again, add a space in between here so it looks like this, then set the aura name dot font face to v6 and aura name dot text color 3 to v5, just like this. And if I press, there we go. Now it works completely fine. Perfect. You're fine. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing and liking this video, and take care, guys.